Everybody, and welcome to another Barbie Dolls of the Week. Today is the first day of fall of 2024, and I love fall. It's my favorite season, but this is not a great start. A little dreary, but we need the rain. It's been rainy on and off today. It's okay though. But it's a lot cooler than it was even yesterday, so I'll take it. Now, a couple things before we get started today. I want to show you the shirt that I'm wearing. It's one of my favorites, and I've had it for a little while, but there's Wonder Woman. And then also, I've been meaning to point this out, but above me, you might notice these new shelves I've put in above the door and above this closet, which I'll show you. I just had to come up with new ways to display some dolls, so that's what I did so far. And I'm going to get some more stands for the ones that you see sitting. So, moving on to today's dolls. First of all, I want to show you a couple, one set and one single doll that I got from a seller on Facebook recently for, I think, a good price. So, first of all, Harley Can. Now, there's several versions of Harley Can, but this is the one that she had, and that was for sale. And I like this. He's got the, kind of painted on facial hair, even some chest hair on, drawn on or whatever. And, the leather chaps and the boots. And it's a really cool Ken, I think, and looks good in this outfit. And Ken has come a long way since, the 70s, let me tell you. Now, so yeah, I don't know if you've seen this one before, but there are others as well. Now, also, I couldn't resist. I believe I have these in a box, but I wanted these since they were out of the box. Same thing with that Harley Can. But the Lucy and Ethel dolls from a particular episode where they wore the same dress to I think it was like a benefit charity event that Lucy was hosting or helping host. So it was a funny one where they sang a song about friendship, that song. I'm not going to go on. But, so I think Mattel did an okay job on these. The dresses are really, let me show you one of the dresses for a minute, because they're the same. The dresses are nice, and, they're a good match to what was in the show. But the dolls' faces, I think Lucy's is better than Ethel's. And I tried to fix Ethel's hair. It was really a mess. Just kind of, I don't know how to describe it, box head times 3. This looks slightly like Lucy, but I don't really think this looks much like Ethel. Slightly, just very, very slightly in the face. Of course, Ethel was a little heavier. She wasn't really that heavy, but if there were plus bodies available at the time, probably would have been better for her to have a plus body. Or curvy, I think, actually. So I do like these. Here's a closer look at the face of Ethel first, and then Lucy. Like I said, I think Lucy looks a little more realistic. So now let's move on to the main event today, which is 70s dolls. Now I don't have a lot of 70s dolls, Barbie, I mean. And I showed you one of them last week, which was the Beauty Secrets Barbie. So, by the way, that is on eBay now. It ends later today, so if you're interested, it's still for sale. It does have some bids on it, so it's going to sell, but still open for other bids. And Angel Face that I had in that group also did sell yesterday, so that one is off the table. I put up the Tropical Barbie, or one of them that I had, and the Tropical Miko in another auction. So if you're interested in any of those, check out my eBay. Ranman is the seller name, Rannman. Excuse me. So, speaking of 70s dolls, other than Beauty Secrets, I really don't have a lot because I wasn't collecting then, and I'm not really that into the 70s dolls, but I do have a few. So let me show you those today, starting with this one, which is Kissing Barbie. And I know she was late 70s, maybe also 79. I'm not 100% sure. I don't have that in front of me. But these are kind of interesting, we'll call it, looking dolls. I mean, obviously, they have a little bit of a pucker to their lips because they're supposed to be kissing. sort of. You can kind of tell, especially when I put it at the side. She's got a very floral dress, very kind of light and airy looking. And it reminds me slightly of the pregnant Midge's dress, but hers was shorter and all that. The hair on these dolls tends to be kind of thin, but at least this one is in pretty good shape. Here's a closer view of her face. And, I guess they didn't have rings at the time because there's not a ring hole in her hand, so rings weren't a thing yet. I think that came a little bit later in the very early 80s. The bling of the 80s, as they say. This does have snaps on the dress in the back. And, I just noticed she has something to, let me see what her arms do, if anything. Well, I'm pushing the button on her back, and, her head is going like that a little bit, I see. See, let's see if you can see it. Yeah, it's just slight. It's like that. Maybe when it was new, it did more. It did that a little bit more, but right now, that's all it's doing. Let's see again. Oh, you can't really tell that way. I mean, it's just really slight, so... Anyway, I think she is a pretty doll, but not the best face I've ever seen. And then, of course, Superstar Barbie herself. Now, there's these Superstar stands that come in. I've got one like this that's black. Does anybody know why there's a black one? Was that with the Superstar Christie, maybe? I just don't understand why there's a black one and a pink one. I'm not sure. But anyway, just let me know if you know. I'm not a big fan of these stands because it's hard to get a doll to stay up on it, but she seems to. Now, this is one of my actual Superstar Barbies. I've got her hair pulled back in this teeny little barrette, or hair clip, I guess, not barrette. And she's wearing this 70s dress, little casual Barbie basics kind of dress, nothing fancy. I think it looks good on her, actually. Oh, I see this loose hair here is bugging me. I took it out, I think. So this is the doll that started it all as far as the Superstar era. And, the Superstar Barbie was available for some years. I don't know how long exactly. But, she's a pretty doll. I think they got prettier as time went on. And once we got to, like, Pink and Pretty, really good-looking doll. Oh, let me show you the dress on this one more. So it's got some flowers on it. Yeah, I think it's nice for a pretty basic dress. And there goes the stand that just fell off. That's... A video wouldn't be complete without something falling off, would it? Let me see. There we go. You can kind of see those a little better. It's not real floral like a lot of flowers, but just really, I like this dress. I mean, it's just enough to make it just pretty and almost spring-like, in my opinion. So yeah, this is the original Superstar. And here's another version of her, which, as far as I know, is still just a Superstar versus some other doll. Now, sometimes roller skating Barbie gets mixed in, and let's see where mine is. I've got one of those around here somewhere. But she looks kind of like this, too. Gosh, what did I do with that? Well, I'm not seeing her right now, but she is around here somewhere. So, let me put her down for a minute. Here's this one. So to me, this one looks a little sleepier in the face or in the eyes. I mean, I don't know. Maybe let me see. Let me look at them together. And of course, she's in a. Yeah, her eyes look a little different to me. I'm going to look at them with the magnifying glass. She's got, looks like 3 lashes. Let me see what this one has on the top. Boy, those are really light. There's also 3 lashes, so I guess it could be the same one. Let me see where the white dot is at the top. There in the corner. Yeah, they're very similar eyes. But for some reason, hers just looks different. Let me show you them together. Her face up. See what I mean about the eyes? Hers looks much more wide open than hers does. Now let's see. She's wearing this earring magic dress, or is that what it's called? Yeah, wait a minute. Let me see where she's from. Japan. It says Japan on her back. Okay, now I'm going to see if I can see the other one. Yeah, it's something different. Philippines. Okay, so maybe it's just that. This is a Philippines doll, and this one, it says Japan on the back. So does anybody know what does that signify, besides they were made in different countries? Maybe this is a different doll than just Superstar. I think this one is a Superstar doll, but again, I could be wrong. One of them could be Superstar, and the other could be even roller skating. I'm going to look in my book after this video, because now it's got me curious to know. But I really like her in this blue outfit. That's from the, is that what it is? The Earring Magic? I'm blanking out. Like Earring Magic Ken, I'm pretty sure. And this one, I think, was the brunette doll. And then, of course, to go with her, or one of those two, or both, I have this Superstar Ken. All he needs is his belt, and I think he has everything. He's got some white shoes. They may not be original. I think I may have put him in that, or those. But other than that, I think he's got everything he came with. Somebody looks like they did a little sewing on the back of his outfit. Not sure what they were sewing, but at least it stays closed, even though it should have had a second snap right there. Would have been nice. Maybe if it was, it's missing. I mean, if there was. And he doesn't have any ring or anything. I don't know if that would have been appropriate back then, for a look. I mean, men wore wedding rings, but not too many other rings at that point. Oh, you know what? Look, he does have a ring hole. So I wonder what his ring looked like. I'll have to look that up. Or if somebody can send me a picture, that would be great. I like this outfit because it's like velour. It's blue velour. It just feels like, or seems like, something Elvis himself would have worn. Speaking of Elvis from last week. So, yeah, he goes well with some of these dolls. Let's see here. I don't know if those two blues look great together, but maybe this looks better together. So, yeah, he's up there on my shelf where I keep them on the top shelf between these two, and then Kissing Barbie is nearby. Roller Skating Barbie and Ken, I think they came out, now I can't remember if they were late 70s or early 80s, but to me, that Roller Skating Barbie is sort of the connection between these dolls and the early 80s dolls, like Pink and Pretty, and, it's when we start getting into fashion jeans and all those others. So, I wanted to do a small focus today. I do so many on 80s dolls, but I wanted to do on the very few 70s dolls that I have. And I may have some others that I'm not thinking of, like, for instance, Beauty Secrets. I do have her up on that shelf, but I think she was late 70s. I think maybe 79. It seemed like there was a lot of dolls in 79, like Beauty Secrets. Oh, I said Beauty Secrets, I think, for her, but I meant Pretty Changes. Pretty Changes is the one that's in the yellow jumpsuit with the hat and short little poofy hair. So Beauty Secrets, Pretty Changes, maybe the roller skating, and Kissing Barbie. I don't know if they all came out in that 79-80 time frame, but that's sort of the way I remember it. Just going by memory. So, what did you think? What are some of your favorite late 70s dolls? I'd be curious to know. If you let me know in the comments, I'd appreciate that. Also, if you have one that you think would have been nice to have in another version, for instance, I personally think it would have been nice to have a Superstar Kira type doll. But, they weren't really doing that back then. Now, they did do, as you all know, Fashion Photo PJ with the dark hair, which they re-released as a reproduction. I guess that was last year, and, in a way I wish I'd gotten that, but I looked at her again recently, and I guess she was $55, but now people are selling her for $75 and higher. $75 is the cheapest I saw. And I'm not crazy about the reproduction one, so I decided not to get it. I just think she's different enough in the face that, I don't really want her, and I certainly don't want to spend $75. But yeah, by the way, these Lucy and Ethel I got for $30 for the pair, so I thought that was pretty good. And the Harley Ken, he was $20. So see, I'd rather spend my $75 on things like this where I can get multiple dolls. And in this case, they're out of the box. So anyway, I hope you have a great first week of fall. I'm planning on it myself. I have one extra day off tomorrow, so I'm going to get some things done that I need to and do some more relaxing before I go back to work on Tuesday. And in the meantime, enjoy your collection. And one other question for you all who are still with me. Does anybody recognize this hat? It came with one of the dolls I got at Kokomo Toys last week, and actually I don't remember which one. But I don't think, it really went with any of those. Just like, by the way, thanks for those who told me about the Shaw that was with Angel Face, which sold with her, actually going with the Hispanic Barbie from, I think, again, maybe 79. So, but this hat might have been with her. I'm trying to think who else this could have been with. Maybe Fashion Jeans. So anyway, does anybody know whose hat this is? It does kind of look like maybe a female doll hat because it's so small. And if we try to put it on Ken, it doesn't look right. The brim is too wide, too, I think, to be a male hat. I could be wrong, but to me it seems like a female doll hat. But I don't know whose. So maybe Hispanic Barbie. I don't know that she came with a hat like that. But let me know, and have a great week. I'll talk to you next time on Barbie Dolls of the Week. Bye.